We're about to get our first MMA fight underway. We got Mark Purdy from Lions MMA, and we got Alex Dyck from Chilliwack Boxing Club. Opening out with trading some leg kicks from these guys.
I like it though. Right away you can see they got some experience. They're trying to feel each other out, see the distance, see what everybody's about. Ooh, nice double leg, nice double leg.
Nice takedown from Mark Purdy here. He's controlling him from side control, but now we're back to full guard. We have the guillotine locked up, but I don't think he's under the chin.
Yeah, Mark is doing lots of right things. He's fighting the grips right away, making sure his neck's safe.
There's no striking to the face of the grounded opponents for the first 3 amateur MMA fights, and I think both these guys are debuting, so we're going to have to see ground and pound to the body or submission work here while they're on the ground.
So if they're in full guard right now, the guy on the top is pretty limited to the submissions. You like to see him posture up more, look to pass the guard and threaten submissions?
Yeah, he's got to look to open up the guard and pass. It's going to be pretty boring without being able to ground and pound the head.
Oh, back on our feet right now. And they're
pretty good stand-up, though.
Well, if the guy comes from a boxing gym, I definitely want to see him use his jab, set up some punches, make him miss, counter.
Yeah, both these guys look pretty comfortable standing. Alex lands a nice body kick, but...
That was a beautiful body kick. Definitely got a reaction from Mark. They both feel comfortable. They both look like stand-up fighters. They both feel comfortable with the distance. They both feel comfortable blocking and countering. So,
yeah, Mark's obviously very comfortable. He's bringing that jab hand back pretty low back towards his hip, but he's obviously comfortable in range.
Agreed.
Keep him against the cage, Mark. Let's see some knees. Keep him against the cage. Control him. Keep him against
a nice little uppercut there by Mark on the break.
Oh wow, a little bit of spinning, fancy action. I like it.
Very low with the hands, though. He's got to make sure to stay. It's a nice catch of the kick by Mark. Sweeps him down to the ground, passes right to side control, kind of north-south sort of position here.
Take it back, take it back, take it back. 40 seconds left, Mark.
Oh, wow.
We got an inverted triangle wrapped up from the bottom here. The angle isn't very good to finish it right now. He's got to work to get out to the side. That's the side of the body he wants to come to.
That was a beautiful.
If he can actually reach back and grab the arm, he can pull it across. But it looks like Mark's doing the right thing, untangling the choke and starting to come back on top.
Would you want him to abandon this and get a better position to do more damage, or would you encourage the guy to keep it?
With such limited time, I would just hold the position, try to hope that the judges saw it as a close submission attempt. But otherwise, it looks like a win for Mark for the round, which is based on control and landing some better shots standing.
Again, a tough round to score. Just the fact that he did get almost caught in the submission, so I'm curious if the judges are going to see, put any wave towards that, or...
Yeah, it's hard to know which way the judge is going to go. If I was judging that round, even as a grappler, I would say that Mark from Lions ended up winning the round. He lent some bigger shots. He's the reason they were on the ground, and I don't think Alex was really looking for a sub more than he was just looking to neutralize position to get up.
So if you were in Alex's corner, what would you want to see more of him, or what would you tell your young fighter to do? Keep it standing, go to the ground. If you almost got a submission, would you want him to go to the ground or just keep it standing?
It looks like he did have the advantage in the grappling. Mark looks pretty comfortable standing up. I don't know, it depends what Alex is doing. I don't know much about his training and what he's done to be ready for today, but he looks pretty comfortable in all aspects.
Round number 2 is about to start in a way. Very classy touch of gloves, and we're back to action. Good. I do like Alex using that jab though. It's not as effective as I like it to be. That's a beautiful slam.
And a big slam from Mark of Lions right to side control, but again, you got Alex doing a pretty good job of getting back to guard, but we've switched over. We actually have an arm triangle locked up.
It looks tight.
He needs to get much lower if he wants to finish it. It looks like he's trying to muscle it, but that's not a finishing position.
Good defense. I think you are right, though. Alex does have a better grappling, or a little bit crisper. He got out of that submission, almost got Markness' submission in the first round. Do you want to hug and not give any space, or would you like to see him cross-face, make some space, and try to get back up?
Kind of depends what he's trying to do. He looks like he's trying to look at sinking an Ezekiel choke from the bottom, like you see that Alexei Olenek from the UFC, but he's got to abandon it now that he's in mount and he's getting his posture completely compromised here.
I know they're limited with the striking they can do to the face and stuff. Would you want to punch the body, soften him up a bit to get isolated an arm and look for a submission? Oh,
good for sure. That was a nice little sweep there by Alex.
Nice sweep.
And he's already passed right through to half guard. He's looking to...
It looks like there's the far underhook, so it's hard to control the guy, and it is, and he got reversed, and we're back to where we were just a minute ago. I wish Alex would use the cage, try to get the back against the fence and try to get back up, not just hug and try to look for, I guess, a choke or...
Yeah, I think that's just a little more cage experience needed for that. It's their first time in the cage. I'm not sure he's used to looking for that cage to wall walk or to walk. But right now he's getting his feet towards it, so we could see him start to use it.
Yeah, we got about a minute. I know 3 minutes you don't get a lot of time to work, but I do wish the guy on the bottom would try to look for some more submissions. But it's hard. Oh, wow.
And back on top again. This is going to be a hard round to score. You're not really sure of who's controlling what here. We're back to standing, but again, it's Alex's choice to go standing. He's kind of letting him up. Yeah. But another takedown by Mark.
I wish Alex would disguise his kicks. This is the third time this fight he got taken down with Mark grabbing his legs and taking him down. So I probably, if I were a coach, I would tell him not to throw naked kicks. Throw a couple of punches, disguise it, and then finish with a kick.
So you'd like to see him end with those kicks instead of opening up with those kicks and having them a little harder to see.
Especially if my guy did get taken once or twice in the round. So clearly Mark has a good understanding of catching and reading kicks and driving it and getting a double leg takedown.
Still pretty much anyone's game here. I'd say the first 2 rounds are definitely up to Mark, but we're still just a finish away from Alex being able to pull out the victory. So,
well, I made one prediction in one of the kickboxing fights and I got it wrong. So this time I won't make any predictions and I will say let the judges do what they're paid for. Mark definitely looks a little bit gassed, but again, not enough where I can see him affecting the outcome of the third round.
It's definitely true, though. He's definitely looked like he's feeling the first 2 rounds, and Alex is calm as a bomb in that corner, taking a sip, listening to his coach's advice. Hopefully they're telling him to disguise those kicks like you were saying, because I definitely think that's going to be the key to
Well, you only get 3 minutes, right? And if you end up being half that time on the ground and you stand back up and the exchanges are close, well, I don't see how judges can give you the round. So you gotta manage that time wisely. Last round starting, round number 3.
These 2 guys bringing in for a hug in the center of the cage. Now they slap hands, now they fist. All right, guys, let's fight.
Beautiful low kick. Good timing.
These guys are exchanging some shots in the first round. They're both throwing big bombs.
Alex got a heavy right hand. Luckily didn't land, but that was some good right hand by Alex. Mark has a good double. He really commits to it, drives both hands behind the knees and just pulls him right in.
So he times it well. He gets him to commit to the striking, and then he's just underneath. And
is his far arm in danger? Okay, no, it's not in danger anymore.
From the full mount without the punch into the face, it's really not as dominant a position as you would normally see with the mixed martial arts ground game. But
so what would you like him to see? Would you want him to go to side control, or how would you want to advise to isolate an arm or isolate some sort of submission from here?
honestly, I don't know how much he's really looking for the sub. I think he's pretty tired. He got on top because he wanted to. Oh, but right as I say that, he starts looking for the mounted triangle. But Alex is framed off inside. He's defending it well. But now he's in the armbar, and that actually looks like he's going to finish that armbar. And there we have it, a finish with the armbar halfway through the third round.
That was a beautiful setup, good execution, and good sportsmanship.
Well, right when I say I don't think he's looking for a submission, he goes right over to that mounted triangle and switches off to the armbar, and a beautiful finish from Mark Purdy in the third round.
Wow. Nice fight, gentlemen. Give them a round of applause, guys. We got warriors here tonight. And we got winner by armbar tap in the blue corner, Mark Purdy. Stop time at 1:29 of the third round. Congratulations.